Hello boys and girls and welcome back to the Football Unplanned channel. Well, in accordance with our name, this is an unplanned video, but a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, and the man's gotta talk about Everton. It was a rough start of Saturday's football as a Liverpool fan after that, unexpected defeat against Nottingham Forest, but we can always count on Everton to make our day, but this wasn't expected. What was expected is that Aston Villa would be controlling the game and controlling the possession. Well, that part of the equation actually came true, but it was the Everton who kept scoring. Their first goal came after former Everton player Onana lost the ball in the midfield. McNeil took it with a couple of dribbles and then placed a perfect shot behind Emiliano Martinez. It went straight into the net and 1-0 Everton. Aston Villa didn't feel rattled at the start and they kept attacking, they kept piling on the pressure, but then they gave away a silly foul in a dangerous situation. McNeil put in a perfect ball in the box, offside trap failed Aston Villa, and the striker of Everton, Calvert-Lewin, didn't have a difficult task putting it into the net. 2-0. I guess that even most pessimistic Everton fans couldn't imagine that the history can repeat itself twice in a row. After all, in the history of Premier League, that has only happened once to Bournemouth a few years ago. But after the first Aston Villa goal, I guess the doubt started creeping in. The ball was played on the left side of the pitch and Lucas Digne put in a perfect ball across to Ollie Watkins, who managed to score his first goal of the season and start his scoring tally. Everton managed to hold on to their lead at halftime and actually started decent in the second half. Calvert-Lewin had a chance in 54th minute to make it 3-1, but somehow the defenders of Aston Villa managed to push the ball out for a corner. And then disaster struck. Just a few minutes later, a ball was put into the Everton box and Jack Harrison managed to get a touch on it, but it only went straight to Ollie Watkins, who didn't have a difficult task putting it behind Pickford. 2-2 and alarms were sounding. Well, at this point we had more than 30 minutes of football ahead of us and Ollie Watkins almost had a hat-trick, but the ball played by Morgan was just a bit too fast and too far ahead of him, so he wasn't able to tap it in Pickford's net. At this point, Dyche decided to try to keep on at least on 1 point, and he brought in Jake O'Brien for his Premier League debut. Well, that didn't work out in the end. The reason that didn't work out in the end is because Unai Emery also had an ace up his sleeve, and that ace was Duran. He went onto the pitch with a bit more than 20 minutes to go, and it didn't take him long to make a difference. He took a ball near halfway line even, played a pass with Barkley, and then proceeded to take a wild hit from almost 30 meters out and, well, unfortunately for Everton, I guess they're going to be on the receiving end of the goal of the season for 2 years in a row. Last year it was that bicycle kick by Garnacho, and this year it's going to be John Duran's. I have to give the credit where the credit's due, and Everton, unlike in the match against Bournemouth, didn't lose their head completely when the fire was under their feet, and they almost had an equalizer of their own, but Calvert-Lewin's shot, unfortunately for them, went on to hit the post and bounce out. Until the end it stayed 3-2 for Aston Villa and they get to keep their points. So the main issue is what is now going to happen with Everton. As we can see in general on social media, a lot of their fans are calling for the head of Dyche and for him to get sacked. Is that a solution? I guess probably. So, as we already mentioned in our predictions video, Dyche is the only coach in the league that is still keeping true to the old school football, like what they want to say, Barclays football. And the reason why people now try to play out of the back, try to keep on the ball is, well, not because they want to be Guardiola, it's because that proved as most effective game plan. I guess that it's not going to work well when there is not enough quality in the team, and we saw that very well on Burnley's behalf last season, And currently we're seeing this with Southampton, who just keep the ball but not able to realize the chances, and they also lost 3-0 yesterday. So what do you guys think that is the solution? Will new manager manage to somehow keep the Everton boat afloat and to keep them in the Premier League? So yeah, this is about it for today's video, and if you like this kind of impromptu videos, please leave a comment, leave a like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until later, take care.